Yo, what's good, ladies and gentle bitches? Welcome back to the channel. We are back recording live from the mothership. Sobieska Karate School. This is lesson session number 9. And today we're going to go over down, forward, free. So if you're ready for today's episode, if you're ready for today's lesson, go ahead, leave a like on the video. Go ahead and hype the video up. I don't even know what it does. I don't even know how to do it, but I'm hearing it does good things. So go ahead and find that hype button and press that hype button. Like I said, today, I'm going to go over real quickly Lidia's down, forward, free, right? A move I think is very undervalued. I've gone over horse free and gone over how I think is probably Lidia's best move. But she has a few moves that are in contention. This move, probably not her best move, but definitely I would say one of, if not her most important and valuable moves, right? It's a very underappreciated move, underused I would even say, right? So before we get started, class is in session. Cool. So Lidia down, forward, free, right? Lidia down, forward, free is a 14 frame mid knee attack, plus 5 on hit, as you can see, plus 8 on block, as you can see. I personally would like if it was a little bit lower, you know, but it's okay because it does also have an extension, right? And this extension, as you see right there, is minus 12. And no counter hit needed. You get guaranteed follow-up on that extension right there for 46 damage, right? So total, we're doing a grip of damage. That was a clean hit. Boom. You're doing a bunch of damage. You're doing about 70 damage on your opponent. 60 damage. For landing this move. I mean, if your opponent gets hit by just a 2, obviously you're getting 49, I think it was, right? If he gets hit with a counter hit. So, minus 8, not so bad, right? Because it is safe on block, right? Where this move shines is obviously, anyone who plays Lidia, most people should know, Lidia really struggles with her tracking, right? And this is where this move becomes super important. Because if I show you certain circumstances, right? If I get my opponent to step after, let's say a down, forward 1, right? So down, forward 1, if I was to just throw out another down, forward 1, as you can see, it's stepped, right? A lot of Lidia's moves after a down, forward 1 on hit even. This one, is this gonna track? Okay, so this one tracks, but obviously sidestep, duck is really how you beat Lidia. This one is, I mean, I guess you have to get it really on time because your opponent, even that can whiff. But a lot of Lidia's moves, back 1, QCF, if I do it immediately, it shouldn't track, right? Okay, no, to this side it does track, right? Down, back 4 should track, right? But this is stepping to Lidia's left. To Lidia's right. This is stepping to your left against Lidia. Lidia's weak side is her right side, as most people know. I actually didn't show you the most important one, right? Forward, forward 2 also is going to be sidestepped. Even on hit, right? This is just an example. I can give you some more examples of other moves, right? And this is where Lidia, she doesn't really have any moves that can track both ways. Back 1 can insert if with the right timing and right character, right? But you're always, even if you make the read that your opponent's going to step, you also have to then make the read on the right direction all the time, right? And you could die for even the slightest poke. So if you go to the right side, the right direction, right? Then the down, forward 2 is going to whiff. Down, forward 4 is going to whiff. Down, back 4 is going to be sidestepped. The QCF 1 plus 2. You see the second hit realigns, but you should be able to interrupt before that second hit even comes out if you've sidestepped. So that whiffs. The back 1 is gonna whiff. Obviously, you see forward 2 whiffs, but forward 2 is gonna whiff. 3 plus 4 is gonna whiff. Forward 3, whatever move you might wanna do with Lidia. That shouldn't track. I don't know why that's tracking, but hey, that's tracking now. But again, sidestep duck is going to blow that up, right? What other moves do we even have? Down 1, which you might want to do. Sidestep 2 might even get sidestep. Nah, that because of the sidestep realigns, but yeah. So as you see, most of the options that you're probably gonna use even back 3 are gonna be sidestepped if your opponent is going to the right side. Let's check even side walk. If they side walk in the wrong direction, how much of this stuff can still catch them? I'm guessing most of it, right? So that still gets sidestepped. The back one still gets sidestepped. The forward 2 will still get sidestepped. What about QCF? Yeah, now see, sidewalk left. This is going to the wrong direction, right? This is going what's considered the wrong way for Lidia. It's still gonna get you sidestepped or sidewalked in this situation, right? So really, down forward 1 is your main option, right? You see this is getting sidestepped as well. Point proven, right? A lot of Lidia's stuff, even on hit, I know her down forward 1 is only +2 on hit, right? But as you see, even there, right, you're still getting sidestepped. Let's check even at +4, which down forward 2-1. Well, to this direction, yeah, you're still getting sidestepped. Let's go back to the right side, because we know if they go to the left side, if you go to the left side against Lidia, a lot of these moves that come from her right side are gonna track you, right? But if you go to the right side, down forward 1 is still gonna track. Down forward 2s, you see, it's not gonna track. That was tracked nicely. That's still gonna get sidestepped. Back 1 might. Back 1's still gonna get sidestepped. QCF. Anyway, let's get to the point. You get the point, right? The point is, down forward 3, right, is one of the only moves that Lidia has in her arsenal where it can truly lock an opponent down, right? Because again, even at -4, right, a lot of these moves are a frame trap. Again, let's go back to step in left, right? A lot of these moves, even though down forward 1 is a frame trap, it still gets stepped pretty easily, right? Whereas if they go to the left side now, okay, this is also one of the problems as well. Range is like the only real weakness in this move. But okay, so at -4 specifically, it seems like you can still step this move pretty easily. But down forward 1, off of a down forward 1, this move is gonna track to Lidia's both weak side and her quote-unquote strong side. This is like the only move she has that can do that as a mid, right? And be safe doing it, right? And as I've said, +5 on hit is really good for Lidia. We'll get more into that. But also having the ability to have this follow-up attack is really good if your opponent tries like an evasive move and you get the counter hit. Or if they just get hit pressing buttons after the first hit anyway. Because if you throw this out enough, eventually on block, your opponent's going to try and take their turn back, right? If you've got that follow-up in the back, you can catch them. And it is a wall splat as well, which is really good, right? So, as you see, this is one of the only moves. Again, I'll show you even back 1 is going to get caught, right? Off of itself, right? Again, even this, sidestepped, right? Sidestep. Some of Lidia's key moves, right? Sidestep. Even off of the move itself, down forward 3, right? But down forward 3 into down forward 3 will track in both directions. So again, this is one of the only moves Lidia has where you can truly lock down your opponent. The only problem is it is really of little consequence. So obviously your opponent really, it's not going to scare your opponent. They still don't have to respect, like, you can hit an opponent with this 3 times in a row, and on the 4th time, they'll still sidestep when you go for the down forward 2. So I hit him bow, 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 and then they still sidestep and I die for the down forward 1, you know, just for trying to check him with a down forward 1. But this move in itself, very good, right? Very, very good at keeping your opponent in check. And again, only 14 frames can be a frame trap in a lot of situations. So right here, 15 frames off of this +6 is now a frame trap, right? This is like the only move that's going to keep your opponent from stepping. This is the only one because again, even here at +5, down forward 1 will track, but the down forward 2 is still not tracking. Another down forward 4 isn't tracking. Back 1 still not tracking. Check this now again, but you can sidestep and duck. Still, everything you can do with Lidia, this one clips them. I'm pretty sure, yeah, at +6, this is gonna track. So this QCF1+2 is really the only other move where once you have enough plus frames, you can also use this and know that it's going to track your opponent. Maybe sidewalk. Let's track sidewalk. So you can still sidewalk it, right? So all you people who talk about Lidia is top tier, you really need to learn how weak she is to sidestep and sidewalk, because there's really no situation where you can't sidestep Lidia. You kind of just have to pick the right direction in the moment. But again, if you decide to sidestep right, the only moves that are going to ever track you really are down forward 1 or down forward 3. And to what end, right? It's really inconsequential, right? But this is, we're not here for anti-Lidia. Down forward 3. So yeah, we're showing you this is really like the only situation. Otherwise, you have to go for more risk, which would be like down back 3 home in, which obviously duck and launch, or QCF4 home in, which is again duck and launch, or back 4 home in, which is again duck and launch, right? So this move, at the safety that it brings you, and at the speed it comes at, and also having the follow-up, which would guarantee you a clean hit, 46 damage if you're in rage, really good. It becomes a really, really good move, especially because Lidia has some really tough matchups, especially one matchup that's really tough is against Asuka, right? With all the parries and sabakis, it feels like everything you do, you're getting parried or sabaki for it, right? But obviously with this being a knee, against a lot of those characters who can parry Lidia and kind of shut her down, it kind of changes. Once you start using this more often against Asuka, it really changes the matchup, because now it kind of, she has to stop using parries and sabakis, right? Because she's going to get caught. And here's where it gets really good, right? Here's where it gets really nice, because at +5, 15 frames, down forward 2 becomes a frame trap, right? Or at least it will trade, right? So if you land this again, let's say you're fighting an Asuka and you land this, right? She can still sidestep this, but let's be honest, most Asukas aren't sidestepping, they're just mashing sabaki or parry or back 3 or something, right? So you land this, if they try a sabaki, they're getting counter hit, because again, it's an elbow, can't be parried, can't be punched sabaki, right? But also, I'll show you something. If down forward 2 trades, so let's get them to get hit, and then they're gonna mash a jab. If this move trades with anything, right? And again, frame trap, right? So 15 frames, the trade. If this move trades, guaranteed launch, right? So once you hit your opponent with this knee, if they want to press any button, it's over for them, right? Because if they press a slow button, they're gonna get counter hit. Why is that? Yeah, that's not true. They're gonna get counter hit. Boom, heat engager. If you're already in heat, they're getting launched anyway. And if they do a jab, again, guaranteed launch, right? Works like Jin's Magic 4 into Magic 4, right? When it trades and he gets the launch, except obviously it's not Magic 4. It's not stupid, right? So yeah, that's where this gets really good, because I mean, this move in itself is not like super scary, but the fact that it's +5 and you have this threat right here, especially for I'll say for people who don't know, I'm gonna be honest, nobody knows this. Nobody who's not a Lidia main knows this. A lot of Lidia mains don't know this, but people who aren't Lidia mains don't know, and a lot of them will mash after this move, because this kind of just looks like a move that you... To mashers, let's be... To a masher, you get hit by this, I'm not respecting this. If I'm a masher at heart, I'm not respecting this, right? So then you get hit by this, boom. And honestly, I don't land this enough, and I don't fish for this enough. So this move, to fish with this, and obviously you do this move on hit, and then you kind of go for a bigger move, right? You go for bigger moves, and you encourage your opponent, hey, try and interrupt, bro. So you hit him with this, and then oh, nice interrupt, bro. Oh, nice interrupt. Oh, I'm gonna stop you stepping. Oh, nice interrupt, bro. Oh, I'm gonna do. Why didn't he? I'm gonna do. Oh, nice interrupt. And then out of nowhere, boom! Oh, nice interrupt, bro. You know, and you kill him for it. So down forward 3 is really a workhorse move for Lidia because again, tracking is a huge issue for Lidia. This kind of shuts this issue down because it again is one of the only moves Lidia has in her entire moveset outside of the homing attacks that is gonna track you both sides. Now obviously it's not homing, so like super evasive moves like pulls, I don't even know what to call that nonsense where he teleports behind. I'll call it a teleport. I'm gonna start calling it a teleport from now. Pull Scorpion teleport. Pull Scorpion teleport will obviously evade it because it's not homing, but it does just track, right? So, but you know, sidestepping, right? Again, there's no. It doesn't matter which direction you go. Maybe sidewalk left. Sidewalk left. So you have to sidewalk it, right? But sidestep left, sidestep right, sidewalk right are not beating this, right? And this is where Lidia struggles because again, like I can make this read and go, oh, he's gonna go left. If the only option that beats this, you know, we can cover that to the right hand side, right? And then we do again have this option that will shut it down, right? But you're always at risk of being sidestepped by Lidia at every single opportunity. It doesn't matter how plush you are at risk of being sidestepped. The only moment actually, and you guys see me do this a lot, this is just like a bonus, right? Like a little frame trap. The only time is at the wall, right? When I land this is the only time you have a true lockdown opportunity with Lidia. This is the only time. If you land that move at the wall, then a back one, they're not getting away from this. Unless, yeah, they're not getting out of it. And obviously it's a frame trap. But even like, if they're not at the wall, and I don't want to go on this for too long because this video is not about that. Yeah, even at the wall, like, you know, this shit can be escaped. Maybe that was, hey, maybe I was slow the first time. Maybe you still can't sidestep it, but this is the issue with Lidia that people don't realize. In all these situations where you think you're forced to guess, you can either just backdash out of it, because all of these plus frames, like this is one thing I wish they would really buff. Like +8 for what? I can't do anything. Everything, like I can't frame trap you in any way, bro. I can't do anything with this, right? Even forward 2 might not. Okay, forward 2 does, but then obviously you can be sidestepped. I'm not gonna go into it too much. This is about down forward 3, right? So we've covered down forward 3. Nice frame trap opportunities on hit, safe on block, has the mind game of getting 46 damage and a wall splat opportunity with this move. Tracks both ways. Very good move and just covers Lidia's ultimate weakness, which is being sidestepped, right? And poking also. Lidia's not a very good poker, but for what it does, it's a very good poke tool. The only problem again is range. The range isn't great. It's not terrible. You see, like here, that's a decent range to hit from. Round start, it hits from round start. So it's not horrible range, but if your opponent's backdashing at all, really, you're gonna get, you know, like you're gonna get backdashed. So it's not, so, but down forward 3, very useful. Make sure you use it where necessary, where applicable. Make sure you're at least showing it to your opponent every now and again, right? Because who knows when you might need the follow-up. And again, the follow-up is only -12. Like that's, I'd say that's pretty, like, I'll take a 12 frame punish every now and again. Just to keep it in their opponent's mind that it's there, right? But that's it for today's session. Hosts, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Like, subscribe, and share, and hype. Peace.